I'm recording this video because it's been an hour since I found out the love of my life, my college sweetheart, the father of my 4 children, my husband, has a baby that's 1 week old.
Whoa, wait a minute. This woman just said that her husband cheated on her and had a baby. Oh my God. Now, at first I was thinking to myself, you know what, keep people out of your business. But then I said, you know what, this is the Confidence and Clarity channel. My name is Bertrand. This is an important conversation to have because these type of things happen, but how do we heal from it? That's what's important. That being said, let's get back into this video and then have this conversation. Here we go.
I'm recording this video because it's been an hour since I found out the love of my life, my college sweetheart, the father of my 4 children, my husband, has a baby that's 1 week old. And I'm devastated.
Damn. Not only did she find this information out 1 hour ago, she decided to turn her camera on and make a video? What are we doing, y'all? What are we
And I tend to keep these things to myself because of shame and embarrassment. But it really caught me off guard. And I'm so hurt. But I'm okay.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
And I'm wondering what God's hand in this is. I always believed it was something divine. But sometimes maybe your grace runs out for him. He's never cheated on me before, and when he does, he gets a baby out of it. And that's just something I won't be able to do. So, I don't know. I might post this, I might not. I've been inspired by real people being real vulnerable on the internet as of late, and I've been inspired by it. So maybe I might take you guys on a journey, because I feel like this is the bottom I never deserved. Okay.
Now, she's definitely not going to understand or accept God's plan if that's what she was looking for. The only reason I brought that up is because she said that she's wondering, like, God, why would you do this to me? The majority of us want to have our own fairy tale, and looks like her fairy tale just ended. But she did get to enjoy a very long relationship. In today's time, relationships last about 2 to 3 years. But you know what? She made a follow-up video. So let's get into that, and then let's really have this conversation. Here we go.
Okay, this is the last video I'm going to post before I take an entire break from my entire phone, because that video is at like 800,000. I've gained 10,000 followers overnight.
This is what happens when you let people in your business.
And I really do appreciate all the support and all the prayers and all the voice notes and everything. I do feel insanely grateful for that. But y'all, wow. The reason why it's getting that much attention has nothing to do with me, but everything to do with...
False. It definitely has everything to do with her. Absolutely false.
that universal feeling of like betrayal. We're not talking about like, oh man, cheated on me, distress, and people just like in like these relationships and like, and I wasn't that. I was in a relationship for 13 years. I was proud that I loved him. He loved me. That was my up until yesterday, till he told me I had to from him. Up until yesterday, he was my best friend in the whole world. I felt like I knew him as like deep as you can know a person, and finding out that that's not the case is like where the devastation is.
Here's the messed up part. She may have known him as good as an external human could know another human, right? Like she may have actually known this person as good as she thinks. The only issue is we're all a work in progress. Like this life that we're all a part of and living at this particular moment, we're all learning ourselves. So it's easy for me to say this right now, and she probably won't receive it, but she did the best she could. Don't be too hard on yourself. I know that's hard to hear right now, but don't be too hard on yourself.
Like the working it out. Let me tell you something. I'm a work it out queen. As many times as I have gotten, you have a call from. If you know what that's like. But nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about what that is like.
If you guys don't know what that means, hey, you just got a call from. That's like a jail call, just in case y'all didn't know.
Done everything right. How you're supposed to. 10 toes. Whole time. Man gets shot 5 times. I'm there. Praying. Interceding.
Woo. He was shot 5 times and he was in jail. And you were married for 13 years or together 13 years and have 4 kids. Damn.
The reason that one bullet didn't get his. But anyway, in my last video, that's why I talk about like the shame. I've always been ashamed. So if you go down my Instagram, I didn't just delete stuff of him. Here's how much shame for him being in shenanigans, but I know him and I know what he's battling. And guys, a lot of this stuff is spiritual, and a lot of this stuff is strongholds, and it's hard. Doesn't mean I'm staying for. Let's be clear. Adultery is, and yeah, I realized like, dang, it's like that realization of like, I don't actually know you, or you were always who I was afraid you were. Like I'm so like, and then I'm not, because right now, ladies, I get it. Okay, it's not the first time. Damn, that hurts. That hurts because now I'm looking for the way he had me right here in this pocket of like rose-colored glasses, and I believed everything he said because we're best friends. He loves me, I love him. We've gone through all of this together. We've never touched this like infidelity situation before. Why would I have? And then I go back and I did the timeline, and we were fine. But actually, no, I was just so happy that he wasn't in jail, that I could look past his disassociation. I look past him not being present. Dang, to carry that kind of secret for 9 months, really 10, you're really pregnant for like 10 months, but to carry it that long, and me knowing all of the life we've lived in that span of time, you kept that from me for that long, that's scary. That's scary. And the fact that it's not like a one-night stand, it's a little rendezvous you had, that both of you decided, oh, this is so bad, we gotta stop, we should stop. And then a week later, we find out she's pregnant. I can't imagine. The mean mug I give a man for looking at me too hard. Why is that not reciprocal? I cannot understand. And I won't say. And I'm just saying this to give everyone context before I take a week off before I'm gonna do a 5K, I think. But I've always wondered why, you're out with God is adultery. Why is that? Because you got to protect your heart above all else. And I don't know how I can protect my heart. How I can not turn into a gross, disgusting human being walking around in the same house with this man who just literally, I don't even know who that is. And then I got to pretend like I like this little, I don't want to know the gender. I don't want to hear about my brother. No. I will stay a light, and I will not let this harden my heart. I will not. And I'm okay with being single for the rest of my life, because y'all are a little mean, and I love that man. That was my best friend, and it was a romance. It was so romantic. I have great fond memories of my marriage. I'm 84 and I'm thinking about it, And I'm reliving that little Titanic scene of my baby. I'm like, it's been 84 years. I had it. I might have been on full, apparently. God, I hate that. But at the end of the day, I guess, like, thanks for lying to me all the way to the end. Like, ain't no point in the slow burn. Just like, it was good and then it wasn't. Well, besides all that other stuff. But that's till death do you do kind of stuff. This is not. And so now I'm going to go gather myself because my aunt is going to bring my children and I have to show up for them. And I really do think being a happy and regulated, healthy mother is better than children growing up in a toxic two-parent household. And I hate to say that I've never made a case for divorce ever in my life. But here I am. About to be an ex-wife when I was always born to be a wife.
She was born to be a wife, but now she's about to be an ex-wife. How pathetic, how disgusting is that to hear this type of story? Now, I know I could easily say there are plenty of women who try to put a baby on a man that does not belong to him.
Exactly. Mr. Lee, you are not the father.
Oh, yo. How many women try to put who will date a man who looks similar to, who will get jumped up and down on and try to pass a child off on a man because those two men look alike? Like, how many women do that? Now, again, this is not about what women are doing. This is about this particular woman because she's sharing her experience with us. Now, what I can tell you guys is it's going to take some time. And I don't know exactly how much time, but it's going to take this woman some time to get over this because she said she was in a 13-year relationship or marriage where she has 4 children. This is going to be devastation. Those children are used to having their father in the house. Now he got to get out. And it makes sense because as a father, I would probably hate this guy for the rest of my life, right? As a potential dater, as a potential lover for her in the far future, I would probably hate this guy because he ruined her. Meaning, is she gonna be able to love unconditionally again? Now, looking at her, seeing her social media, she's not ratchet. She's not a Meg Thee Stallion type of woman. She looks like the type of woman that most men would love to have as a wife. Like, that's what she looks like. She doesn't look like she's posting a lot of thirst traps, right? She looks like she's respectable. She's respectful. She's honorable, right? And even in these videos, she let us know she stayed there when he was in jail. She stayed there when he got shot 5 times. Oh my God. With the context that she's given us about why she felt ashamed and embarrassed about this guy, it makes sense now. I mean, it makes sense. Just to hear that he was in jail, he got shot 5 times, it's more than that, right? Because I'm sure that she's heard these people, whoever they are, whoever has made her feel ashamed and embarrassed to present this guy, I'm sure they have warned her. They have told her, hey, you know, this guy is not the guy that you think he is. But in her mind, she's living in a fairy tale. This is why it's hard for her and for other women to get the men that they want because they don't really see men as human. Now, this guy is making a horrible case for all men. This is hard for her to recover from because she's nowhere near the end of this situation. Yes, the baby is 1 week old now, but the baby is going to continue to grow.
Right here.
The baby is going to have its first steps, its first day at school, graduations, ceremonies, recitals, depending on what gender it is and depending on what the child is interested in and depending on if they can support the child in doing those things. I'm speaking to you guys as a father. Her being single for the rest of her life It's possible, but it's not likely because she is attractive enough to where there will be plenty of guys who are still going to line up for her. And if this is really her story, which it sounds like it is, most guys have an open heart for this type of situation. Now, do you want to deal with somebody and 4 children? That's a completely different story. But to hear how this story happened, I mean, most men wouldn't blame her for that because most men also understand that if you're in the same house with that person, somebody may not be alive for very long. In fact, one of the reasons why I choose not to cheat is because you just never know how that person is actually going to react to what happened. Meaning, you're going to spend time trying to convince this person that, hey, I'm never going to do it again. And you really don't know. And then the threat of you, depending on who the person is, right, who cheated, you don't know how that person is going to seek revenge because that person is going to seek revenge in some type of way. In fact, this is unrelated. In fact, you know what? Let me give you guys a related story to this because this is something that happened to me, or this is something that I've experienced, right? There was a woman that I was dating who was in a similar situation. Her situation was only different because she wasn't married to the guy. This was just her boyfriend, but she got pregnant by this boyfriend, but this boyfriend already had another woman 8 months pregnant when she was 3 months pregnant. Now, I meet her, we hit it off, everything's cool, or seemed like it was cool, but this feeling that she had where she actually really wanted a baby, right? I don't remember if she had a miscarriage or if she just had the baby taken out, but what I do know is that she didn't have a baby, but she wants a baby. I'm saying that to say this: the things that I had to deal with that woman, and I had only known her for 1 month, I know that does not compare to what this woman is dealing with, being with the man for 13 years, having 4 kids, him being to jail and being shot, and her still holding him down. I know that this woman is ruined. If you don't know why she's doing certain things, you may want to ask her some questions. You may want to dig into her past to find out what actually happened, because her next potential lover is going to have a lot of questions about why she may be so distant, or why she doesn't trust, or why she handles certain situations a certain way. Is because of what this man did to her. I'm not telling you guys to actually go out and date her, right? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is someone will, but whoever does, they're going to have to understand her story, her trauma, and what she's been through, because if you don't, you will also be dragged into the misery, or you will end up being miserable. Really quick, my message is enjoy your life as much as you possibly can. The reason why is because when you end up in a situation like this or somewhere around it, you're going to think about everything that led up to it. Just like we see her going back and reflecting on the time that the guy was lying or hiding this humongous thing that I don't even know how he hid, because most women, especially pregnant women, they're not silent, right? Like the things that they have going on, the things that they're doing, I don't even know how this guy was able to, keep this away from her, but it probably could have been easier than what I'm thinking about, because if she has 4 kids, that means she was always busy. Again, the thing that tripped me out the most was that she did not bash this guy. No matter what he'd been through, no matter what he has done to her, she did not bash him. And we can all see that she wanted to. The conversation she's having with us is a different conversation than when she had with him. I'm sure she probably was yelling and screaming at him. But if she didn't, it probably is even worse, because that means she's bottling things up inside, and who knows how she's really going to handle that. But you know what? I want you guys to make sure you comment your thoughts under this video. Let me know what you think, because I'm interested in knowing. Comment your thoughts under this video. If you made it this far in the video, please remember to like, hype, subscribe to the channel, because this is the Confidence and Clarity channel. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.